the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. Another shot. And it's Green. Missing. It's Harden with the drive. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
James right side. Can't hit from in close.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. Harden scanning the floor. Sweet little float. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Incredible control on that floater. Harden is fantastic at putting just the right amount of touch on these very difficult and delicate shots.
Offensive rebound. McGee. Here's Davis. And at last they get one to fall.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Bradley, following the score by Houston. Pass to Davis. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would be signed. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Pass to Green. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
I love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
Bradley with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. A nice passing here by Los Angeles. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
Well, he is looking confident. I love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. 9-point game. Down low. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spot.
Shots good by Green.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Rivers, following the miss by Anthony Davis. And that one drops for him.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Rockets leading by 12. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Rivers. To the paint. Green. Davis with the block.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the former Hoya agreed, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage of both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Davis. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Davis has got 8.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
Austin McLemore. No good on the 3. Jumps up and finished off by Davis.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And as we return, it's Noche Latina. So running the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. And the Rockets with possession here. The drive by Gordon. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning it into easy points.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Harden. And a missed layup. Los Angeles trails by 16. James has a two-pointer. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Hey, you can't find any fault with the defensive effort there. I mean, at the end of the day, James's great offense was better than outstanding defense.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That's his first foul. Fires from the corner. They get it again. They kick it out to Green. Off target with his three. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Los Angeles trails by 14.
Well, I tell you what, you just cannot help but be in awe of the offensive dominance James Harden has had over the last few years. I mean, he's done so much for this team and done it with both his scoring and playmaking.
Westbrook drives in to the inside. Pass to Harden. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the way. Harden's got 12 in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And when you look at usage rates, Harden is the offense for this team.
Yeah, you look at Harden's numbers over the last few years, and it has been absolutely ridiculous what he's done. I mean, there's no player who's had a better 3-year stretch in the history of the league. 30-plus points per game season the last few years, the near triple-double the year before. I mean, he's a marked man for every opponent, and he's still been able to put up these kinds of numbers. Absolutely amazing.
Pass to Tucker. Kicks it out to Harden. Another miss by Houston.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
LeBron, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
It's Westbrook with the drive. House. The shot off that time. Good D by Howard. And the wide open shot from Green. He frames the quick shot. Green's got his first basket.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Los Angeles trails by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to McLemore. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Tucker. And Will Pope with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Jeff Green picks one up.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
Here's Rivers. And that one is good. Rivers has got 4 points this quarter. James outside. With one on the clock. And he drops that one in. James has got 9.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting.
And so it's Houston looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Houston leading by 13. Harden outside. Back to Tucker. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Harden. And the chain by Harden.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
Bradley can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Davis. Los Angeles with another miss.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Here's Bradley. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rockets lead by 17. Inside. The kick out to Westbrook. The three. But they recover it. To the middle. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Westbrook's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball field?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
The Lakers making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Well, Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing, you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
The offensive rebound. Outside Brent. Here's Morris. Lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got his first basket of the night.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
For 3, Gordon. Los Angeles trails by 18. Fires the 3. And Davis puts it in. And Davis has got 13.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma. Clark, he's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Here's Howard. Again, Los Angeles.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Captain.
And Westbrook, here we go. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
5 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. Westbrook with the block. They recover it.
offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Caruso. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, I think you just got to be a little smarter around Howard. That guy is, I mean, Howard's pretty crafty at drawing contact on the way up.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense. Moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Count the basket. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Rondo. And the layup is good.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
And so it's Houston. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Stolen. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. And McLemore slams it in.
That's a double whammy.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And it's Green. Listen. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from the wing.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Howard can't hit. Now here's McLemore. And yes, it's good. McLemore's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And here are the Rockets now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And here's Kuzma. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
You know, for such a young player, Kuzma has a tremendous amount of confidence and seems to be comfortable no matter where he is and what the circumstance is.
Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about it, market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played the last couple of years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Here's Cook. Lets a floater go. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Over in the corner, and Baamute. Back loose. Just 4 to shoot. Over to the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. And Baamute's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's not a bad shooter from distance, so you give Baamute some room and he'll knock him down.
Bradley can't get it to go. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Mark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. If you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times, terrific! Good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will make it 31 victories for them on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Pass to Chandler. Apollosia has the open look. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And the Lakers making a change here.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Here's McGee. Makes it off the glass.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
That free throw good for McLemore. And McLemore drops them both. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Caruso. Back to Cook. To the left wing. From outside the arc. Here's Morris. A beautiful reverse layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
So we see Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And what?
I ain't no hip-hop guy, no. I ain't no hip-hop savior, no. I ain't, I'm major, Give me space, I ain't really say to be. Pack up one play, get my stacks up. I'm gonna make moves when we get past the catch up. No, we can't match up. I wanna act up, pack up. I don't like giving no tap up. I don't like talking if it ain't getting cash up, wrap up. No, I don't wanna catch up. If he ain't funny, gotta watch that love, watch that groove, watch that buzz in the studio. chasing that. I've been chasing that. I've been chasing that. I've been chasing that. Shorty wanna give me back. Told that back. I've been chasing that. I've been.
Steve, today we have a great matchup at the finish. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in a post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
None. Misses the chippy right there.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And that one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
In the corner, it's Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Pass to Adebayo. Over Jordan. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Here's Paul. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The result of Paul's awareness of everything around him gets a nice look inside.
Here's Butler. Jordan with some nice D.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Miami no good on that time either.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
Here's none. And nothing is falling for him right now. And here's Los Angeles. Griffin attacking. Reddick controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they are not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court. Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And the Clippers making a change here. Now here's Dragic. Here's Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
Dragic comes with the double team. Crawford drives in. Back to Callis. Drains the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that one's good by Butler.
This is where Jimmy Butler really does his best work, when he can use his length and strength to full advantage.
Again, Los Angeles.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Adebayo. Second shot opportunity. And it's Butler missing.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
The shot's good from Griffin.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they shot the basketball.
Up top, Adebayo. Over Collison. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And they bumped this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, Griffin in position. The shot, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
So this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 19-6 run. Off the key, Barnes. Back to Crawford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Jamal Crawford, the former Michigan Wolverine, continues to drive as they score.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Clippers lead by 15. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I do it in college. If I don't do it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, so who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Al Paul after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Here's Redick. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
No one near him. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Now Turkoglu after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Redick is in the corner. Here's Hero. And again, it's the Heat missing. Clippers leading by 22. Ball outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Barnes. From 18 feet away. The offensive rebound. Jordan. That's it, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And they pick up 2.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Paul missing. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Pass to Jordan. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
And here are the Heat now. Butler on the wing. Lets it go. Misses off the left eye.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Miami no good on that time either.
A missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Adebayo. It's out of bounds, and he's able to retain possession here. Looking to end the run. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
The Clippers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
You know, thinking back, Chauncey Billups once said, Griffin might be too nice of a guy, yet he's a league leader in technicals almost every season.
It's Crowder on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Crowder's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Drops in the tray.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Down low. Here's Adebayo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Adebayo's got his second bucket. Here's Los Angeles now. Pass to Redick. "24 seconds left to play here in the half." To the inside. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. Makes it off the glass. Adebayo's got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
When Blake gets on a roll, you have to watch out. This is a man who has found some rhythm, and he is not letting up.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Los Angeles. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And, you know, just a wall of muscle. Jay Crowder, one of those power wings that seems every team is looking for these days.
Yeah, he's able to straddle that line between perimeter and interior play. His versatility and competitive will set him apart.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. It's stolen by Adebayo. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Can't be careless with DeAndre's around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Nunn. Butler Butler on the wing. And stolen by Reddick. Griffin with it. Jones covering. That shot by Griffin, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Right side Robinson. Outside Butler. Shoots over Reddick. And it's Butler missing.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Ik kan ook niet zo.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your four-man has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Here's none. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Pass to Jordan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Turkoglu outside. Ball outside. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Blake did a nice job of setting the pick, rolling, catching, and finishing.
Iguodala outside. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Olynyk.
I love the way Griffin, eye on the prize, going after the rim. Is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him.
Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
No, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals, and also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off with making a layup versus making a three. So I don't think the Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players, and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
To the middle, Crawford outside. And good coming off the assist from Hideo Turkoglu. Crawford's got 6 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Back to Olynyk. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. 1:04 left to play here in the third. Nobody near Barnes. Here's Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble, and he has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Hero. It's hauled in by Collison. Here's the Clippers. They're on an 18-6 run. Crawford outside. Pass to Barnes. Back to Crawford. Launches a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Crawford's got 13.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Crowder with it. From the wing. It's good. Crowder's got his second basket.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Right side, Collison. Crawford, no one around him. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's none. And no good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Crowder with the steal. Crawford with the steal. Pass to Davis. Back to Crawford. Lets it go from deep. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Miami. Crawford outside. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. No goodness. You think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
From deep three-point range. Kicks it out to Granger. Pass to Bullock. Here's Crawford. Rebound by the Heat. Crowder with it. Picked up by Davis. There's the three. Rebounded by Dudley. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. And it goes down 2 points.
Plays with a high motor. Crowder knows only one way to play, and that's in fifth gear.
Pass to Dudley. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Nunn. On the wing hill. Here's Nunn. Covered by Barnes. Right wing. Now Jones. Shot clock at 5. And that one drops. Jones has got his first 2 points. To the paint.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
Here's Nunn. And a miss there on the triple. Here now the Clippers. It's Redick on the wing. Well, Sprint of the League's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
Back to Paul. Pops it up for Jordan. The shot, no good. And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. Inside, here's Hill. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers. Free throw drops for Hill. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
to the inside. Jordan. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 13 points for Jordan.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it will go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Blake Griffin.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
No good from Dragic. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Dudley. Back to Callison. From the arc. That shot misses. And the Heat going the other way now. That's to Hill. Leonard inside. And the layup falls.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Here's Hero. Shoots over Bullock. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going